McAllen, Texas, AP. Two Venezuelan planes flew to the United States on Monday and returned home with deported Venezuelans, signaling a possible improvement in relations between longtime diplomatic adversaries and a victory for President Donald Trump in his efforts to get more countries to take their people back. The U.S. and Venezuelan governments separately confirmed the flights by Venezuelan airline Conviasa without saying how many were aboard or disclosing their routes. Flights of illegal aliens to Venezuela resume, the White House said in a post on the X platform, saying they were overseen by Richard Grenell, a top Trump advisor who recently traveled to Venezuela. The Venezuelan government confirmed the flights in a statement that took issue with an ill-intentioned and false narrative around the presence of members of the Tren de Aragua gang in the United States. It said most Venezuelan immigrants are decent, hardworking people and that U.S. officials sought to stigmatize the South American country. Deportation flights from the U.S. to Venezuela were halted for years but restarted for a short time under the Biden administration in October 2023 when a jet transported about 130 migrants home. Venezuelans began showing up at the U.S. border with Mexico in large numbers in 2021 and are currently one of the largest nationalities entering illegally. Monday's flights came days after the first flights of immigrants to a U.S. military base in Guantanamo Bay, Cuba, and after U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio struck agreements with El Salvador and Guatemala for those countries to take people who were not their citizens. A federal judge in New Mexico on Sunday preemptively blocked the transfer of 3 Venezuelan men to Guantanamo Bay. In their request for a temporary halt, lawyers for the men said their clients fit the profile of those the administration has prioritized for detention in Guantanamo, i.e., Venezuelan men detained in the El Paso area with false charges of connections with the Tren de Aragua gang. Trump wrote after Grenell's visit that the Maduro government had agreed to receive all Venezuela illegal aliens who were encamped in the U.S., including gang members of Tren de Aragua, and pay for their transportation. 6 Americans held in Venezuela were released at the time. In its statement Monday, the Venezuelan government didn't comment on any future flights.